All right, here in round 2, yeah, we definitely want to play first, and this hand is acceptable. Not fantastic, but certainly playable. Got our removal for Delver and some creatures. Obviously starting with the Sarcomancy because it's 2 power. See what we're up against. Alright. Kind of anticipated Delver on the horizon here, but we'll see. Deathrite Shaman. Alright, well, it is also dying to Disfigure. Either way. Oh, cool. Alright, so this will be good when he plays a Goyf, if he plays a Goyf next turn, I should say. Just in case he's got Daze, we're going to play the land first, and we're going to kill this guy. So we're going to swing for 2. And drop a Carrion Feeder and pass. If he does have Daze, alright, that's actually okay. Not a huge deal. Still have another Carrion Feeder, and the Carrion Feeder is certainly not essential to us winning this game. So, Daze, typically a big deal against us since we have such a low land count. Alright, we're definitely going to kill this one too. We're going to go ahead and play the Swamp so we can drop the second Carrion Feeder. Could drop the Mutavault, still pay for the Daze. Actually, maybe the Mutavault's better then, because it doesn't commit another creature, but I think this might actually be correct. See if he's got the Force. He does not. All right. Wasteland. All right. Gets rid of our Mutavault. And Ponder. Okay. We've got the extra Disfigures out of the sideboard if we need some more ammo for Deathrite. I mean, I'm just assuming he's got Delver in there, but maybe that's not a... Ooh, that's good. All right, let's drop our Swamp. It's him. Him is always good when your opponent has a grip full of cards. Abrupt Decay and Wasteland. Okay. Decent. Not really excited about hitting his Wasteland since it doesn't really affect us all that much, but maybe that was the only land he's got left. Who knows? All right. Let's see what we got here. Goyf. That's too bad. I would have really liked to hit that with him, but no such luck. All right, let's see if we got another Verdict or an Edict. Sarcomancy kind of works, but I guess Jeet. We've got quite a few things I'd like. Dark Confidant, Jeet, Gets Verdict, Diabolic Edict. Plenty of tools that we're hunting for currently. There's a Delver. Unsurprisingly, keeping the Goyf back. And yet another Carrion Feeder. All right. Not quite what I was looking for, but it's okay. All right. Unfortunately, flips his Delver. Oh, there's our Jeet. Okay. The question is, do I want to swing in this turn? I think I do. He can abrupt decay something, though. So what's probably going to happen is he blocks a carrion feeder, and then I'm going to sack it, and then he'll abrupt decay the other carrion feeder, maybe taking 4. So perhaps we just play the G... Well, I guess I do want to get the decay out of his thing, because otherwise he might be tempted to hit the Jite. Alright, well, in that case, let's just swing in. Try and get a little bit of damage in there, if possible. Okay, so we're going to sack it, and then I assume he's going to abrupt decay our carrion feeder. He does, sensibly. So we're going to deal 4 damage to him, and drop a Jite. Hopefully that's it for abrupt decays. Got the mana for the days. Oh, he had the force of will. Okay. Well, he hit Jite then. He's got the better board position. I do think Cabal Therapy is going to be fine in this match. That's a little bit unfortunate. Alright. Guess we swing. He doesn't technically have lethal yet, but... Alright, so now he has to stay back, which indicates to me that he has to double block. Eek! Oh, that's tough. Alright, unfortunately we can't attack in. So if we do that, we are definitely going to die. He'll kill both of our guys and swing back with Tarmogoyf, and then we'll take extra 2 damage. I guess we're not dead then, but that's not exactly what we're looking for right now. So I guess we'll just play a land. Alright, we'll take 5. See if we can't get a Disfigure or a Jite off the top, maybe. Something like that. Second Delver. Eek! Another land, you say. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. Alright, well, couldn't flip his Delver. I guess that's good. Fortunately, we have to block his Tarmogoyf, which means we're still going to 2. and him to Turek. So we're going to play it just to see what he's got in his hand. And he's got his own him to Turek. Okay, so we lost that one. Guess we can just make him kill us. Close game, no cigar. Alright, so game 2. Cabal Therapy will be coming in. Disfigure takes care of the Deathrite Shamans, which I like. Smother takes care of the Goyfs, which I also like. So, do I want the Sacrifice effects, or do I want the Disfigures? I mean, I want both, but can I have that luxury? I want the Cabal Therapies. I want a lot of stuff. What don't I want against him? I guess that's the better question, huh? I mean, I need to kill Goyf. That's gotta be understood. Like, Goyf has to die. So if Goyf has to die, should I just have as many sacrifice effects as I can? I like that the Disfigure takes care of both his Deathrite Shaman and his Delver, though, for the mere cost of 1 mana, which is really important because he's got the Dazes. I think we're actually going to dump the Jite because he's got the Abrupt Decays, so this is actually too clunky to try and get off against him. And the Therapies could get us some good card advantage potentially. So I'm okay with that plan, I guess. Maybe we just do 3 Disfigures, and maybe we do... see, the problem is I can't really dump any creatures, because even with the Mutavaults, I've only got 30, which is a fairly low count. It's tough. All right, let's only bring in 3 Cabal Therapies, and let's do 3 Him to Turek, and see if that works any better for us on the play, perhaps, maybe. Who knows? Yeah, let's try this. We'll play first, and yeah, I'm gonna keep this. And then the question, of course, we want to do Confidant or Him to Turek next turn. I believe the answer is always do Him to Turek. So we'll make him Daze or whatever. Assuming he has to Daze. He's hunting for either a Daze or a Force. Or perhaps he's just hiding the important cards from his hand, which also works. Nope, he's dazing it. Okay. So him does not resolve. I've got a Delver. And let's him again. Zealous Persecution, which is amazing against us, I think. And then a Misty Rainforest. Okay. Let's get our Carrion Feeder out there. Alright, now at least we can not have our team get wiped to Zealous Persecution. Upkeep Brainstorm, always ideal with your Delver. Oh, That's that's rough. Well, okay. So, I guess at least he can't him yet, right? So that's good. We're still going to try and resolve Dark Confidant. Okay, let's get in. Alright, let's try and resolve the Dark Confidant. Playing around the days. Not playing around the force. Okay. And we'll try and resolve our Carnophage. Alright, not too bad. Got a lot of cards out there. So, if he does indeed have the answer for the Dark Confidant, we can always sack it to Carrion Feeder. I imagine he's hunting for Zealous Persecution, but to take out the Confidant and the Gravecrawler, at least force me to sacrifice them to Carrion Feeder. A lot of upkeep brainstorms going on. Wasteland, not a big deal. That's good. Okay. Alright, so perhaps Goyf is coming out? Not sure yet. Deathrite Shaman, okay. That's not as bad as Goyf. Still getting in with Insectile Aberration, which is tolerable. Alright. Let's do the Confidant first. Always the best Confidant is the land. Yes, we're gonna pay, and ooh, Cabal Therapy. Alright. Well, let's do this. We know about Hymn to Turek, so we get a free one there. Oh. So we got rid of it? Alright, so he's got Force of Will. He's got Abrupt Decay. And he's got Ponder. Force, Decay, Ponder. Okay. So let us attack first. Everything but the Dark Confidant, obviously. Just taking it. Okay. So let's get the Force of Will out of his hand. Sacking our Gravecrawler. Okay, so he's getting rid of both, which I think is still perfectly fine for us. Now we're going to play our Dark Confidant. And we're going to get our Gravecrawler back. And then we'll pass. Okay, so all he's got left is Abrupt Decay. Okay, drew a Ponder, which is in fact a good draw. Can't currently do Zealous Persecution, which is good news for us. Alright, leaving his guy back. And another land. Okay, so probably mixing up the library a little bit. And we still know he's got an Abrupt Decay, so let's do these guys first. See what kind of action we're getting. Cabal Therapy, that's good, so we can get rid of the Abrupt Decay. And Sarcomancy. Okay. Well, whatever he abrupt decays, I'm just going to sack in response. I'm assuming he's just going to hit the carrion feeder. My assumption. He's got to hit abrupt. He's just got to use it because he knows that we know. So I guess the carrion feeder, yeah, it's the right choice. Okay, so no cards left, so it doesn't matter what we name. Doesn't matter what we name because he doesn't have it. Okay, so now we just kill him because he only has 2 blockers and he can't use this. Okay. Alright. I do like how Cabal Therapy played. Still think that his figures are important. This is a challenging match, actually, to figure out how I want to sideboard against, because I actually do want the Cabal Therapy and I want the Disfigure. And I'd love to have the Smothers as well, but I'm not sure how realistic that is. Why don't we dump the Verdicts for the Smothers? Because, I want to have targeted removal for his Goyfs. This is less color intensive. So I do actually think that makes sense. I want him too. Maybe him's a little bit worse on the draw, but I'm sure it's still fine. We could slightly alter our creature count just to get more removal. Because if you think about it, so much of his deck is just setting up, finding his win cons. So if we have the answers for the win cons consistently, then we're good. But let's just try the Smothers instead of the Verdicts, just so we're a little less color intensive and we can still kill everything. Alright, let's try this out. And yeah, this is actually good because Cavern will turn off both Force and Daze turn 1, which is good. So, I almost want to make Dark Confidant unblockable or uncounterable, but I think we're just gonna go for the zombies. I could have played the Swamp first to set up for him to Tarak, but just kind of doubt that's happening. Alright, that's not the end of the world. Still have plays to do. Let's go ahead and drop Sarcomancy, I guess. Alright, no turn 2 Goyf. That's good news. Not quite hitting the land yet. Let's see if he decays something. No. Alright. Let's drop a second Sarcomancy. Alright. Digging for something. Probably a Goyf. Nice thing is none of our guys are currently susceptible to the Zealous Persecution, which is good. Oh, but we are extremely vulnerable to Infest, which we didn't know we had. So, rough there. We're also taking damage, which is not good. We're also short on land, which is not good. But we got another swamp, so that is good. Does he have days? Should we just hope not? I think it's better to actually get 2 creatures right now. So we're going to go for that instead. And just hope he doesn't have a second infest. I mean, we could do the him there, but we actually think we want more board pressure currently. Maybe it was better to him, but then we're at least taking 2 more damage from the Sarcomancies, which I don't like. Was not anticipating the infest. And this is shortly going to be replaced by the new card from Born of the Gods that's infest plus scry, so looks like his deck's going to be getting an upgrade soon. Alright, we're going to him this turn. Plus Carnophage, ideally. I'd prefer to be tapped out. He does have Zealous Persecution mana, so he could block plus Zealous and only take 1 and kill our guy. So maybe the him pre-combat. I was kind of hoping he just tapped out, but not as lucky as that. Alright, he is Force of Willing. So the good news is we got rid of 2 cards anyway. Bad news, we don't know what the remaining 3 cards are in his hand. Yeah, Swords of Plowshare works. Alright, no information given there. So let's go ahead and pay the 1 life. Draw a card. Yeah. So we're going to get in first. Casey's got the Zealous Persecution, of course. So then we can play our 2 1 toughness guys post-combat without too much detriment. It's taking the damage, interestingly. Or perhaps using swords? Okay. Not bad either, since both of these cards are better swords targets. So, okay. Now we drop the Confidant. And we drop the Gravecrawler, and we pass. Ah, that's too bad. Alright, so he did have the best card he could have had against us, unfortunately. in that situation. Gets to gain some life. We get our Gravecrawler back, which I guess isn't so bad then, but that was not ideal. Alright, that was a good draw. So, let's just make sure we can... Wait, why did my Gravecrawler get exiled? Oh, he exiled it. Now it makes sense. So, yeah, that was much more devastating than I originally thought. One card left in his hand. Multiple Deathrite Shamans. Alright. They're going to be able to start doing good things for him. Let's do the Dark Confidant first, see if we can find some answers. Carnophage. Alright, we'll pay the life. And Cabal Therapy. Okay, well. What do we even want to name? I guess both Zealous Persecution and Infest would have been played. Let's just name Infest. And it's days. Okay. Well, no need to get that out of his hand, since it's just more ammo. So... we'll swing in with the Carnophage and then drop another one. Because he can double block here, but I guess I don't mind so much if he does. He's taking it. Okay. Let's drop another Carnophage. And pass. Still taking the Snapcaster damage. Don't want to give him more fuel for his Deathrite Shaman. Delver's pretty good draw for him. It is one of his threats. Alright. So let's resolve the Dark Confidant. That was a good one. Alright, paying our life. See if we get something a little bit more relevant here. And Mutavault, I guess that's decent. It is a zombie, but actually it doesn't work with Sarcomancy. As much as I'd like it to, it does not. Because at the beginning of the upkeep this triggers, and I think even if I do it in response, I believe it does not work the way that you want it to. I believe. I think we're going to be trading Mutavault for a Snapcaster at this point, presumably. Let me make sure he doesn't have lethal. 3, 5, 7. I think he actually does have lethal. The Zealous Persecution was extremely well timed, as was the Infest, so just got devastated by a couple good board sweepers, unfortunately. Yeah, so it looks like he's got us dead, actually. He's probably, as long as, I guess if he doesn't flip his Delver, we're not dead. But I'm pretty sure we're pretty much dead. I can't even use my Carnophages. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we lost this one, unfortunately. But it was close. Alright, he did. He's flipped it with an extremely relevant spell right now. since it's going to even be able to get rid of our blocker. So yes, we definitely lost this game, but that's okay. Lost this match. It's alright. Lessons learned. Well-timed Zealous Persecution, well-timed Infest cost us in the end. But we almost beat him with a turd deck, so that's impressive in itself. Alright, I'll see you in the final round.